I'm Sarah, if it is your first time here, and I really wanted to share how I did my rehearsal dinner makeup because when I was trying to find products and things to wear, I really struggled with knowing what was good out there and how to use it and all of that stuff. So I did a lot of digging and research and found out this look, which I wore at my rehearsal dinner. I'll insert a little picture right here. And I wanted to share this with y'all because I really struggled and wanted a resource and couldn't find one. So I decided, why not make one? I do have a blog and all of these products and everything is listed on my blog too. So that will be linked down below if you want to just do a quick read and see the products. Or if you're coming back to this video as a reference and just want to see the product list, definitely go check that out down below. Also, a quick disclaimer, I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form. These are just products that either I was one, recommended by a Sephora person, which I guess you could consider more of a professional maybe, I don't know. And two, it's just, these are just products that I personally really like and how I like to use them. So if you're interested and you're in the same boat and you just don't know what to do, just keep watching and I will show y'all how I like to use these products and the products that I ended up using. All right, officially barefaced and all, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I would recommend is make sure you take good care of your skin, and then the prepping of the skin before you apply the makeup is really important. So the things that I personally was recommended first was this Laneige Water Bank Eye Gel. This is really great because it goes underneath your eyes. Of course, it's an eye gel, but it helps prevent makeup from settling in any lines you have under your eyes, which is something I struggle with. So this was great for that. I also got this Zen Bubble Gel Cream for the occasion, and this stuff is really good. It's kind of a little bit of a primer too, the lady told me, but it also does a really good job at just moisturizing your skin and prepping it. Another thing that I like to do when I'm prepping my face, and I do this every single day when I'm wearing makeup, is I like to use this Brow Vow Conditioner Primer. I just love the way it makes my eyebrows look. And then I always find it's a lot easier to apply any brow product once I use this first. Just the shape looks better, so I love this. And the last thing I did to prep my face before the makeup and everything was I put on this Bite Agave Mask. I have extremely dry lips. You might have seen them in other videos, but this stuff is just super moisturizing, so it was a great way to prep my lips. Moving on, now that we've got our face prepped, now I need a good foundation. I'm gonna use my NARS Radiance Primer. This has SPF 35 in it, so I wanted something that had a little bit of SPF just to make sure my face was protected. I always like to start with my eyes when I'm doing fancier makeup just because I'm not a professional and I always end up getting it like over on the sides too much, or some of it ends up falling down, and it's just easier to clean up if I don't have any foundation on yet. And then I can also use foundation and concealer to kind of hide that fact. So I personally really like the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So this is what I'm going to be using, but any kind of primer is really fine, I think. Now for eyeshadow. I ended up getting this Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow little, I think it's a quad. It's got 4 different shades. I loved it. What I like to do is take the lighter matte shade and kind of put that in the crease and blend up. Then I go in a little bit with the darker matte shade and kind of define the outer part of my crease just a little bit. Next, I like to mix the two shimmers, and I will put that in the inner corner bit all the way to the mid-eye. And then I take a fluffy brush and I will just kind of blend it all a little bit together so there's no harsh lines. And that's pretty much how I did my eyes. Definitely not a professional, like I said, but I really liked how it looked and I got compliments on it too. So this was a good purchase. Hopefully the lighting's not changing too much. I think it's pretty cloudy today, so the sun kind of goes in and out. That's kind of where I like to leave the eyes until I'm doing highlight and mascara. I also have these little clips too that I got from Amazon just to keep my hair out of my face. I don't know if they work well or if they really do help with no creases, but they weren't expensive, so I got it. Now I move on to foundation, and I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This stuff is so good. I got this recommended by one of the Sephora techs, and she color matched me, which I highly recommend you go do. I also used this on my wedding day. Every time I got my makeup done, every single makeup person made my face look orange. So I brought my own foundation and they used it and my face did not look orange. So if that's something you're struggling with, definitely recommend bringing your own. And to apply everything, I ended up picking up a beauty blender just because they're so great at blending. And then she also recommended that I use the Tarte Shape Tape because this will help not crease under my eyes or fall into any of the creases on my underneath my eyes. To set everything on your face, I was also recommended this Translucent Loose Setting Powder by Laura Mercier. I feel like this is just a cult classic. Everyone loves this. So I was recommended to use this with one of their little puffs and kind of just bake the areas that I get oily. So that's what I did. While the powder is setting on my face to help prevent creasing and all the oiliness, I like to go ahead and work on my brows. So what I used on my rehearsal dinner night was the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit, which is a little pricey. So I also like to recommend this one too. This is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, a lot less expensive. I usually use this day to day, but then whenever I have special events or anything, I like to use this one. After my brows are done, I like to go in with a small brush. I think this is it's a contour brush, but I like to use it for dusting away powder wherever I applied it. Since I'm such a pale person, I'm going to go in with some bronzer. This is just a Laguna by NARS. You can see it's definitely seen better days, but it's one of my favorites. So I'm just going to dust this in all the points of my face that would get sun and try to help give me a little bit of color. For blush, I picked this out just for fun, but it is a blush duo by NARS, and it has, let me see, it's got Hot Sand, and then it's also got Orgasm in it. I like to use the Hot Sand as an inner corner highlight for my eyes, and then I also just use the blush then on my cheeks. For highlight, I went in with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. I don't know if you can still get this anymore, but I just put this on the high points of my cheek. For mascara, I like to use the L'Oreal Paris Double Extend. This is just my favorite. I've been using this for a while now. Use it every single day. It's just great. It has a primer and a mascara, so it's awesome. So of course, use the primer first, and then you go in with the mascara, and it just really lifts and lengthens. Now for lips, I am not a big lip product person personally, but I felt like I needed to wear something, and I wanted to wear something because it was my rehearsal dinner. I went with the Charlotte Tilbury Duo, which has the liner and the lipstick, and it's travel size. You can see it's tiny, so I didn't have to invest an arm and a leg for this, but I still had the products and I could wear them on my wedding day too. And then, which was the game changer for me, I have crusty lips, like I've said already, so things like to settle in creases on my face, and it's just a problem I struggle with. I ended up getting the Fenty Beauty lip gloss, and I think it's in Sweet Mouth. Yeah, in Sweet Mouth. This was game changing. I put it on top of that duo. It looked great, and then I only carried this with me and would reapply this, so I still had something on my lips all night long, but it wasn't a lipstick, and I didn't smear it on my teeth or anything like that. It was just a nice simple gloss. Last but certainly not least is setting spray. I went with the All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray. I just love this stuff, and it also comes, let me see if I can find it. It comes in a travel size, so I just packed this with me and I was good to go. It's great. It holds everything in place, and I wouldn't say it's an all-nighter. I don't know if I'd wear it 16 hours, but it did a really great job at just keeping things locked and in place, especially if you're wearing a face mask. This helps make sure nothing gets rubbed off. Here is the finished look. Hopefully y'all found this helpful. Once again, I do have a blog, so every product is going to be listed down below, so if you want to go check that out, feel free to do so. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in a video very soon. Bye y'all.